Hello travelers! I'm Chris from Germany, 26 years old, and I'm traveling since 6 months, 7 months in Australia, and we are now here in beautiful Port Douglas, and let's go. That's wrong, we are in Palm Cove for sure, and we have a nice place here to show today something about camper vans. Have a look, there's already my third camper van. It's called Jimbas 3 because it's my third. I built it up myself, and now I got, after 3 camper vans, a lot of experience. What is necessary for a camper van, what you have to know when you want to build it up. Or when you want to buy a camper van. I want to give you some tips for a nice, funny, quick and ergonomic camper life. So follow me. I was traveling together with a few other people with their own car, and when we arrive in a new spot like that, they need a lot of time to set up their place. So they have to pull up somewhere the table and the chairs, and then they looking for the cooker. It's somewhere under the bed, and oh, it was so awful. And everybody was jealous about me when I arrived somewhere. So have a look why I need a little bit less time and why I love to have this camper van. So when I arrive somewhere, I just look for a nice parking place. And then I want to cook, I'm hungry, so I set up my first small table. Here are my chairs. Yeah, there's a second chair. Nice place. And then I have here my rubbish bin and my full kitchen. So I can immediately start with cooking. Just take my cutting board, my knife. Okay, what I want to do today. I have some onions left over. Okay, that's good. Then I have here my cans. Maybe I do some beans, and I can immediately start cooking. So I built up this kitchen with my own hands, and a lot of the stuff you can see is from the rubbish. I just bought a jigsaw to build up all the stuff. And it was a little bit like organic growing up, so I didn't have a real plan how I want to build up. I just know that I want to have something to cut in a nice high. I want to have a 2-flame cooker that's easy to cook on it. And so step by step I grow up this design. And now I want to explain you just a few points what is where and why it's there. So have a look first here. There are a lot of spices, just easy to grab when you want to cook. You can easily use it. Here are the forks and knives and spoons. Here I have all my pans and pots. There are other kitchen equipment or different stuff, really different stuff. It's really a full equipped kitchen. Here are the plates. Some storage like jam, Nutella, sheep Nutella for sure in Australia. And here are the cans with kidney beans and some soups or something. And everything is really easy to grab, that you have a fast cooking, you do not have to search it. For sure also have a kind of fridge. I just have a cooling box. So I thought about a long time buying a real fridge. But the thing is, first it's really expensive to have one, and then you have an energy problem, so you have to run it with gas or with electricity, and that's why I just have a cooler. And you like to go shopping every day because it's a part of the day that you go to the supermarket, find something nice for the dinner. And so my opinion is that the cooling box is the perfect thing for traveling. It's enough. For sure, I cook in the night, so I also need light. Here's the switch, and I can just turn it on and off. Yeah, you always saw this table. This is perfect when your travel mate cut for you something during your cooking, or you want to have a fast breakfast like we today. But for sure, I also have a big table. This is in the inside of the car. and normally, and the second share, so everything is possible. Okay, we talk about food, about cooking. What is more important or also important? Sleeping. So the most necessary thing for traveling is a real mattress. So this is a real queen size mattress. It's really comfy and you should have that. Really, you should have that. You want to sleep there for months, maybe for a whole year. So really, anyway, buy a car with a real mattress, because when you have this really thin mattress or a cutted mattress that you have to put every day together, or an air mattress, don't do that. Really, I'm honest with you. A real mattress is the only thing when you want to have a really comfy travel life. Have a look in the inside of the car now with a GoPro. I think it's a little bit easier to watch. So we have here two normal pillows. Then I have here some kind of night table. I'll show you a little bit later. Here are these two sleeping bags, and I prefer to have a normal sleeping bag. Here are some boxes where you can put some stuff and grab it easy, a shirt, some tissues. There are some more boxes. My rain jacket is there. This is my box for my swimming stuff, so swimming short and towels. Then you see here some comfy lights for nice light in the night. Here is some little pockets where you can put your bar stuff. And here you see how the chairs are putting in. So they are separated from the bed, so you do not kick the chairs, or the chairs does not kick you. And you also see how the table is put in here. So it's only like 3 centimeters less space, but a perfect place to put the table. And the same with the bodyboard. It's just behind the table, and it does not really cost you a place, but it's an easy place to put it. And here is the light was already inside in the car. And I almost forgot, here also a nice position to put a fishing rod, for example. I just put here a piece of wood on the roof, and now I can use some strings to put here a fishing rod or something else, just to store something, because in this area there are your feet, so it's not a problem, you do not hit your head there or something, so you can use that for storing. Yeah, have a look here. That's my little cinema. If you are bored or you have bad weather, then it's just possible to watch here a movie really comfy, laying on your back, and have the screen directly in front of you. And if I want to go to bed after a hard traveling day, it's just pretty easy to put here all my stuff, laying my glasses here. I have my pocket here, the key, all the stuff. So let's speak a little bit about technique. Technique in different ways. For sure, if you buy a camper van or you buy just a van to build up to a camper van, you also have to check some technique stuff. For example, kilometers. So this one have only 170,000 kilometers, or 175,000, and that's a pretty good number. It's difficult to get a car like that. A lot of the cars have 200, 250,000. That can be also okay, but for sure there will be more problems with the engine or gearbox or something. So try to get as less kilometer as possible. And yeah, what else? Tires. I think tires are really important. So look at the tires, that they are looking good and they are not too old. And brakes. Also important, that you make a test drive and you feel that the brake is really working. These are all the things you really have to repair anyway when you buy it. So just try to get it already in a good way. What else? Power, battery. I buy a new battery because sometimes I had some problems with starting the engine, and I also use the battery for some music or for charging a laptop or something. So have a look maybe on the battery, how old it is, or maybe invest $150 for a new battery, because you do not want to stay somewhere in the nowhere without energy. Yeah, anyway, about wheel technique here in this car, I have here a power inverter, so I just can plug in everything I like a laptop charger, or also use it for my jigsaw to build up the kitchen. And it's really useful. You just have to be a little bit careful, because the battery here is only Bond battery and it's not made for using that over 2 hours or something. So just use it if you really have to charge your laptop for a half hour or an hour, or you have to charge something else. Anyway, we have here a USB charger that's really useful. Just buy that in Kmart or somewhere in Target. You get this USB charger. Because if you're traveling with 2 persons, like me, so you really need like 1, 2, 3, 4 charging points, one for the phone, one for the other phone, one for the power bank, one for the music box, so the little battery music box. Then I would advise you to have a real radio inside, with a USB connection. I can just easily connect here my iPhone, listen to Spotify, and yeah, you'd want to travel 5 months, you want to listen to your music, you do not want to have radio all the time. And by the way, radio, you do not get in any place radio somewhere. Sometimes you're on the street, there's no radio, so have a nice radio or change a radio that you can connect your phone. What else? Yeah, then we have here I put here a black fabric to really hide this place, to so hide ourselves from, yeah, here you can see the beds, so to hide us from the public, and for sure also to protect for light, that you can sleep longer. We have here a little table, so if it's raining or something, we just sit here, make a little dinner or have our wine here. If you find something like that, it's pretty useful, that you can use it for play cards or a drink. So, one more time from the outside. Maybe you say this car looks boring. You are right. Boring is really important. I don't call it boring, I call it invisible. So if you want to stay in places like that, or in a city, maybe also in a beachfront or something, then it's really good that the car looks in this way. So you do not have bright colors, you do not have an Australia logo, because all the things showing that you are a backpacker, and a few of the Australians don't like this kind of traveling. They don't want that you park in the front of their house. Try that your car looks really simple, and that nobody really see that it's a camper van. You also do not see the bed. There are no windows in the side, and that's pretty good. Have a look at the storage under the bed. So there is a lot of space. We have here boxes where our clothes are inside, and then I have a big water canister there in the end with 20 liter, but the most time I'm just using these small bottles. It's just more handy to refill them, and you can refill them everywhere. You do not need a lot of space, and they also, you can wash easier your hands, as when you want to search a place every day for this big water canister. So I have it, or I use it sometimes when we stay a few days in the same place, and I put it out, fill it with water, and then it's also easy to use. Here's my bag, some more clothes. Then is here another chair, a third chair. It's for my ex-travel mate, that's why it's here. Another sleeping bag, also for my travel mate. Some fishing equipment. Another big box with a lot of tools. So there is my backpack, my empty backpack. And so you see, here's a lot of space, and there is also more boxes. There's one more box with snorkeling equipment, and behind the box with some food storage. So Never had a problem with storage here. So I hope I could give you some inspiration for building up your own camper van, or for thinking what is important for you when you want to buy a car. It's also the question, you want to buy a 4-wheel drive or you want to have the luxury life of a camper van. And if this is your first traveling with a camper van, you will see that it is the best thing on the world, because a road trip like that is so different to a backpack traveling or hostel traveling, because you can stop with your car everywhere you want, and if you find a nice place, then you stay there for 3 days. You do not have to plan. If you want to go to a mountain and you find out the mountain and the area is boring, then you leave immediately and go to another place, and on the way you find beautiful things, places, people you didn't expect it, and you will love it. So enjoy your travel in Australia or wherever you are in the world, and have fun.
Oh, I almost forgot. There is a last crazy video I did a few months ago. Here it is. Enjoy.
Let's start a ride.